Today is National Purple Heart Day. A special ceremony is going to reunite 8 lost and now found Medals of Valor to a veteran and families of fallen veterans. Here to tell us more, we got Nick Giesland and his daughter Nikki Greenstein, who will be reunited with a Purple Heart awarded to Nick's father, Sergeant George Rolls, retired Army medic Daniel Swift, a New York City Fire Department firefighter who will be reunited with his lost medals, and Major Zach Fike, the founder of Purple Hearts Reunited. Good morning to all of you.
Morning. Good morning.
And Zach, let's start with you. Yes, for a myriad of reasons, and we're going to get a couple of them in just a moment, people who have been presented with the Purple Heart lose them. It is your organization's mission to do what?
Basically, we do the detective work to find out who these medals belong to. We'll get them professionally framed, free of charge to the families, and we travel the country to return them in ceremonies like you'll see tonight at Farrell Hall, where we're going to reunite 8 families with their lost valor. And
we should point out, these are not new Purple Hearts that have been issued by the Pentagon. You tracked down the original ones that were lost, right?
These were the last item that a family received after their loved one's death in the field of battle, and it has that sentimental value that means the world to them.
Absolutely. Nick, I know your father, who you never met, was killed in World War II. Your family was presented with the Medal of rather the Purple Heart, but what happened to it?
Well, it was in my possession most of my life until we were moving into a new home about 30 years ago, and during the move it came up missing along with some other personal items, but it came up missing, and so I had not even thought about it for years and years and years until I received a telephone call from Major Fike.
Well, how did he find you?
I guess that's an interesting story in its own of how he found me.
You must have put out the word that you had lost your father's.
No, I had not. Somebody had called Major Fike saying that they had a Purple Heart that had the name engraved on it, and they didn't know what to do with it.
And that was your father's?
His organization.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and his organization tracked me down.
Mm-hmm. Nikki, I know your father had not met his own father because he was killed in action before he came home. What has been your experience with the entire process?
Well, I've gotten to learn a lot about my grandfather, who I knew very little about before. Yeah. And it's really an incredible process and an incredible organization. Purple Hearts Reunited, they've done a tremendous amount of research just to find my father and find everybody and bring that Purple Heart back home.
That's fantastic. Dan, tell us how your Purple Heart was misplaced.
Well, after I was wounded, you know, I was sent back very early in the deployment. So my battalion was in country for almost, I'd say, 12 months after I'd already gotten home. So they did the ceremony all at once for everybody in the unit, and I hadn't seen my guys in such a long time. I was overwhelmed with seeing them, and I was, you know, over the moon. And, you know, a lot of the hugs and the high fives, and I looked down when a reporter asked me to take a picture with my medal, and I looked down and it was gone. But, you know, I wasn't too upset about it. I bought this one and moved on, you know, because I was just so happy everybody was home.
What do you mean you bought this one?
Yeah, on the way home, I picked this one up and forgot about it. I mean, it was, you know, to them, it didn't matter to me, you know.
Yeah. Well, Major, explain to us and the folks watching who don't understand how this works. You know, we just heard this story about somebody who'd come across it. People actually are buying Purple Hearts they find online and stuff like that. So how do you get involved with the people who say, oh, that's really cool, I wonder who it belongs to?
Yeah, through great donations from across the country, we're able to go online and rescue some of these medals that are being sold for profit. There's actually a law out there that just passed through the Senate called the Private Corrado-Piccoli Purple Heart Preservation Act, which would make it illegal in our country to sell these medals. But we actively pursue them so that we can get them back to where they belong, and that's with, you know, the son of a veteran who he never met, and to a great firefighter here in New York. And our job is to honor these families and these heroes.
Absolutely. Dan, what's it going to mean to you to get that back tonight?
Well, it's more for my family, and you know, since I've grown up, got married, had kids, I really actually wished I had it. And when they reached out to me, I was humbled and honored, and I'm just really glad to be a part of it.
And Nick, how important is it to have a part of your dad?
I think the impact for me has been that this young man's story is being told. Right. I mean, I love the medal. I mean, it's something to hold and to feel, and I'm so grateful for Major Fike for finding me. But I'm just thrilled that at last this young man's story can be told.
This young man, your father.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
He was a young man when he passed away. For folks who are watching right now, Major, how can they help your organization put more of these Purple Hearts back in the hands of their families?
Yes, sir. 100 of these medals are coming in each year, so we need that financial support to help get these back to these families. If they find a medal that they need help with, they can contact us at our website, purpleheartsreunited.org. And if they're in the city tonight, come out to Federal Hall and witness this great event. We've had some great supporters behind us establishing this huge undertaking with all these families. 25 family members from all over the country have diverged into the city to experience honor of their veterans.
Tonight at 5:15 local time right here in the island of Manhattan. Thank you very much for joining us and telling us your story.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
And good work you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. A program a lot of people don't realize.